people. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue.
Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you from something.
So you are the poor people rescue me, save. But we the old people rescue the million rescue. That can't help me while here.
That's the same thing.
But Jota Bagala can't tell you the water. He can't pour on making the water back to kill on money. You know they getting people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in church TV. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 400 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Baga. What will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. What will be our result the following year?
Okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Manning.
Patience Manning. You selling the market here?
Yes.
I'm selling it.
Yes. No market. I'm just son. I follow for Yancy son.
You go for the market, you see so?
I see food, call it food price. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another price. When you come, you buy a different price. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry in, to the cold storage.
They put it back on my. Very rich.
How much for the fish?
You buy snapper 14,000. What we used to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy it 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing now, we're not understanding it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend here, they're not giving nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor burner running? They want not doing they want. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want people to steal our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of all we not got more from the South God. And then basically we do, we not understand our children went to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understanding the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
Rampant now, a more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zoom.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zoom and the British drugs are back up. Because we are trying to sell our push. But now Zoom, when you say I see that you are so sticking at it. So we asking him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zoom. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, harder. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should raise up, they should become over there, walk over that, everything they do. But what people are home king, that just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't let Napa, tell him, sorry. We're not taking somebody out for the country. So we should tell our president to help with the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God a great for we don't let you tell what take you for. But money ain't in the country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're all there, all
of the president we are. My fellow Liberians, I'm Anthony Daniel C. Gay Jr., Deputy Information Minister of the Republic of Liberia. Welcome to the third episode of the President We Are Thank You series. Today, it's time to look at his achievements in the education sector. 2017, the number of school going person had increased since the end of the Civil War, but the learning outcomes were poor. Many parts of Liberia were without high schools, and children who attended classes in dilapidated structures were taught with inadequate materials by many demotivated teachers who were irregularly underpaid as low as 2,500 Liberian dollars as a monthly salary. With few weak regulatory mechanisms in place, The unprecedented repeated mass failure of students in WAEC and UL entrance examination consistently exposed the failure of the government education system. President Weah's predecessor had conceded to these enormous challenges and had publicly confessed that their education system was a mess. President Weah inherited a mess and immediately started to reverse the downward trend the education sector had taken. President Weah immediately lobbied with GPE for $11 million to support early childhood education in 6 counties. 300 in-service teachers and administrators were trained, and grants were given to 550 early childhood education schools for learning materials. President Weah has also addressed the secondary education challenge. He has attracted $47 million United States dollars from ADA to enable him construct 3 model high schools in Banga, Kakata, and Ganta cities, and is rehabilitating 156 public schools across the country. He is smartly using the funding opportunity to upgrade about 25 public junior high schools to senior high schools to ensure that each education district in Liberia has at least one public high school. Construction works are ongoing at the 25 following schools: Dua Gatton and William V. Stockman in Nima County, Nomo Port Central, Draw, Gibsonville, and Troy Public Schools in Sano County, Barakan, Bonington, and Guiado in Maryland, Chibokan, Tom Y, and Koyankan in River G, Joseph McGill, Bella Fasama, and Gaga Bukita in Bapulu County, Owens Grove, St. John, and Guillotin in Grand Bassa, Bojize, Zamitown, and Yakatown in Riverses, Kokoya Central High in Bonn, and Bee Public School in Margibi County. Construction works are also currently ongoing at 18 early childhood primary schools across the country. To reduce the high rate of school female dropouts, President Weah
Kindly hit for us the share button, please.
United
Share with friends,
was
share
given
with family
as
members.
sponsorship from 9th
Let's get
to
ready.
12th grade
Let's get started.
to each of 3,000 girls
Please hit for us
in
the
the
share
counties
button,
with the
please.
highest rates of secondary school dropouts. President Weah is about to install an all-inclusive solar panel digital library in 157 public high schools across the country, and users will not need internet connection. All of the 157 schools have received 5,000 United States dollars each to prepare the rooms to deploy the digital platform. Since 2018, President Weah has paid $500,000 United States dollars annually as WAS fees for all students taking the exam. Under President Weah, the passing rate of students in WAS and other public exams has improved steadily. President Weah has also made the University of Liberia and all other public tertiary institutions tuition-free to grant the poorest of Liberian students access to higher education. President Weah has sent 30% of the University of Liberia Teachers College and the Teachers Training Institutes to foreign graduate schools to specialize in different sectors of education to improve the teachers training program. The 30% have completed the training. President Weah has completed the rehabilitation and reconstruction of TVET workshops in all 6 multilateral high schools. He has rehabilitated all of the trade workshops at BWI and has constructed TVET workshops at the Kipamos High School. President Weah has removed over 1,000 ghost names from the Ministry of Education payroll and has added 3,000 supplementary teachers who had irregularly received 2,500 Liberian dollars as monthly salary. Under President Weah, all public school teachers are paid at least 150 United States dollars gross salary. President Weah has established a division for disability and inclusive education for the first time at the Ministry of Education. And with the support from the World Bank, 40 teachers were trained to improve their abilities to identify students with special needs. To inspire nation building and patriotism, President Weah has reinstated civics education in a curriculum for Liberian schools. President Weah has developed several education policies to improve and strengthen regulation of the sector, including the Policy on Health School Administration, School Grading and Quality Assessment Tool, PTA Policy, and Girls Education Policy, which introduced the recruitment and deployment of 200 guardian counselors in all public schools. All of these achievements cause us to forget that COVID-19 disrupted President Weah's development drive for a whole year. But even during the pandemic, he solicited help from the development partners and launched a COVID-19 Education Emergency Response Plan. Under the plan, lessons were aired by radio, 6,000 plus kits were procured, 150 watch facilities were constructed in public schools. Risk prevention controls were established to create safe environments for the speedy reopening of schools. During the COVID-19 pandemic, President Weah also
Let's
provided
hit the
relief
share button,
packages for
please.
about 20,000 private school teachers who were not fortunate to receive salaries like their public school counterparts. Thank you, President Weah.
All right. So today, again, is another opportunity for us to discuss, for us to be able to share our thoughts relative to what is happening in Liberia. As usual, we ask that you hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members. We are also doing the same. And like we always appeal to you, whenever you come on, please help us. You can just hit for us, the like emojis. You can hit for us the love emojis if you like, or the thumbs up, or you hit us the heart, and these things will help to protect the video against people who are always reporting while we are on. So I want to appeal to you. As you've joined us, please hit for us the share button, share with friends, send us some, thumbs up emojis, send us some heart emojis, and the rest of it. And let's have a wonderful, wonderful time here. So while we get ready to bring you what we are supposed to bring you, we say welcome to everybody. Welcome to you, welcome to you, and welcome to you. And please do us that favor. Hit us the share button. Share with friends, share with family members, and we will be good. Because the more you share, is the more the information get across, and the more people get to know what is happening. So please do us that favor, please. Do us that favor, please. Please do us that favor.
And if you listen to the plan of the government on listening to the Minister of Education, Professor Ansu Salim, that 900 plus textbooks have been printed that will be given out to all public. And if you listen to the plan
All right, so just hit for
of
us
the
the share
government
button,
on
please.
education, and just listen to
We've been
the
very
Minister of
busy,
Education,
busy schedule, but we are
Professor
here.
Ansu Salim, that 900 plus textbooks have been printed that will be given out to all public schools. You talk about chemistry, biology, physics, economics, that will be given to all public schools throughout the land and right of this country. We spoke about 28 million dollar plus for TVET program at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. You listen to Minister Malaya Sharif, that students will be in high school and they will be going through vocational training at the same time. So if you graduate from high school, you are not only reading, but you have a practical knowledge of vocational education. And if you listen to the plan
All
of
right,
the
so
government
just
on education, and
do us
just
that
listen
favor, hit
to
for us
the
the share
Minister of
button.
Education, Professor Ansu Salim, that 900 plus textbooks have been printed that will be given out to all public schools. You talk about chemistry, biology, physics, economics, that will be given to all public schools throughout the land and right
All
of
right,
this country.
okay.
We spoke
So
about 28.
we can
George Weah is the only Ballon d'Or winner who became a president. The Liberian striker went from scoring world-class goals for AC Milan and PSG to leading his country as its elected leader.
Family members, and let's get ready.
He used football as a ladder to the world stage, then returned to uplift his people. His journey from the pitch to politics is unmatched in history. For Liberia, Weah isn't just their greatest athlete. He's a national hero. Football gave him fame, but leadership gave him legacy. George Weah is the only Ballon d'Or winner who became a president. The Liberian striker went from scoring world-class goals for AC Milan and PSG to leading his country as...
All right, so fellow Liberians, as usual, we ask that you hit for us the share button. Let's have a wonderful time. I want to welcome Philip Nangwe. Thank you so much, my brother Philip Nangwe, for your presence here. I want to appreciate you. David KZ, thank you so much. David KZ, following us there from Soul Clinic. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. Thank you for following. We want to welcome all of you whose names we are not seeing, those of you who are following us on YouTube, those of you who are with us on the, how you call the thing, X, on the different platforms. We want to say thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. And we want to say, as usual, hit us the share button. Let's get ready and let's get started. Let's get ready and let's get started. So let's do this. Just a minute. Let's do this and then we will be right here with you. Yeah. Let's bring our people who are in the back. Let's bring them to the front and then we will be right here. Yeah. Okay. So just bear with us. Technology has its own way of doing what it's supposed to do, but we got to ensure that we are on top of our games. So just hit for us the share button again, hit us the share button and let's get ready. Let's do this together. Yeah, let's do this together. We will be good. Let's do this together. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Just a minute. Plenty things going on. Sorry. Oh, welcome, my brother Jake. How are you, Chief?
Salute to you, Buzzman. Salute to everybody, the follower. Your please help to share the video. Salute to you.
Thank you, my brother. I want to appreciate you and I want to welcome you. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. I don't know, something here.
Thank you.
Yeah, something here is giving us a bit tough time. We want to fix it here. So my boy, just bear with us. Yeah, sometimes it can be easy. Technology can be a way to disturb.
Yeah, the technology getting too much now. AI all involved now.
Oh, you're getting advanced. You're getting too advanced. Yeah. All right. So while we try to move this,
the way getting advanced, that you think it good for society or it get a serious negative side, especially the way the AI already come already.
Well, leaving it unsupervised, leaving it unchecked will be one of the most dangerous things that we can ever do. I was just listening to something today while we go to our discussion. And here in the US, parents have sued a company that they are involved with this AI. They call it AI chat box or so. It is a kind of
already
program. Yeah, it's a kind of program where your kids will go on there. These are all not real human beings, but they are all robots that will be interacting with children. And unfortunately, some of these children, about two persons have died. This particular boy, according to the story, he, was on this particular website chatting. All he felt was that he has formed a relationship. Just a small boy, less than 18 years old. And he and this person was always chatting. The person was always chatting. Now, known this was not really a real human being, but was just an AI. And while they were there chatting, this AI figure start to talk to him about the issue of suicide. And fast forward, at the end of the day, this boy committed suicide. He killed himself. Another boy also who killed himself, unalive himself, anyways, was this other boy who was chatting, AI chat box, and felt that he was very good. At the end of the day, he tried to add last year. He unalive himself. So there's just so many cases of this AI thing really, really getting terrible. And that's why we need to monitor our children devices, know what they are doing, Yeah, he killed himself. Thank you. Monitor, know what they are doing, have a good check on their devices. Because especially in this country that we live, it is not like in Africa where our children are left to roam about, to go and visit cousin, nephew, they are free. Yeah, it's just very difficult. It will beat your imagination to know that you have a child in the house for almost about 6, 7, 8 months. Depends if that child parent can get them out. But some children, they are just in the house. They're in the basement. From in the basement, they come. They go to school. From school, they come back in basement. Just like that. So it's traumatizing. It's disturbing. Imagine you somewhere.
The Western world is boring.
Yeah, it's too boring. The only thing you own is your phone, So the phone now, most of these, terrible things, they are using the phone to radicalize our children. Thank you so much, Man Noai Cha, Man Noai, Destined for Greatness, Grace. Thank you so much. He on alive himself. Thank you for this information. So my brother is getting very horrible. It's getting very horrible. Something I want
Another
to.
thing I noticed, in the country, in our country, the legislature need to take it serious. Probably they overlooking it. I'm noticing the country now. Lot of bullying in our nation. The nation is rated for bullying. Yeah,
Yeah,
it going extreme now. Yeah.
sure.
It can affect a lot of society, a lot of great people. So in Europe, yeah, they're passing a lot of lawyers in Europe now, but Liberia, two things I noticed in the Republic of Liberia: disregard politics, more violence and bullying people. More violence by number one. I don't know when it will stop. I don't know why I want society to take law into their own hand.
I
It's
know.
getting serious.
Very
Getting
serious.
serious in our country. Yeah.
It's reaching to a level where, if care is not taken, you saw even what happened with the PPCC officer, from Painesville and the
Yeah.
motorcyclist. You know, these
Yeah.
are the results of breakdown in the system. This is what you see when the system is completely, when the system is collapsing, when the system has collapsed. People can no longer fear, the system. They no longer fear law enforcement. To see the way things are happening, people are beating on officer, army people beating on police beating on army, civilian beating on police beating on civilian.
Yeah.
The rest of it is concerning.
It,
It's very scaring.
it,
This is to tell you that there is a
scary.
complete breakdown
It's scary.
law and order in our
Yeah,
system.
I think that Prince, it all drive to the frustration of the frustration of the nation, Prince.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the frustration of the nation. We all country that nothing working for the nation will at least in development in the West African region. I say it boiled down to frustration. Yeah, that why you can see the whole country is. If you visit the country, you can know the whole country is everybody's angry. Every little thing they will take a person with you. Yeah, if you're not careful, if you're not a smart person to avoid things, then you're in serious calamity. Trouble will happen. Other friends will come. They will stare all that problem. Yeah, everybody in an angry move. Everybody. You saw that MCC guy, that police officer,
yep.
tackling that student. That student, I don't know, you're coming from school.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody appealing to the guy to stop to stop the guy won't stop. Yeah, everybody taking the law into their own hand.
Sure. You don't want to stop, and it's terrible. It's horrible. But let's look at our discussion point today. We have basically about 3 issues that we are going to be discussing. Yeah. We have 3 issues that we are going to be discussing. One has to do with the increase in hardship in Liberia, while the government is spending millions of dollars to travel. And we're going to, due to unemployment, we're going to be looking at what we are anticipating that there's going to be a huge drop in the academic enrollment this year. There's going to be a very huge drop. And also, we are going to be looking at, let me see, academic year due to, oh, wow. All right. So basically, and we're also going to be looking at the case at the Ministry of Youth and Sports of the Deputy Minister, uh, Branell McGill,
Brian,
who raped a 14 years old girl, and the ministry is trying to cover up for his action or his act. We're going to look at it. So I don't know where you want us to begin from. The ball is in your court.
for me, yeah, great topic, but we'll discuss about the president and United Nation trip that he went ahead of time. The thing not even start good yet. Yeah, but so then I get serious info for the intel, and I get serious information to want the Unity Party. I don't know why they proceeding that way. You saw the statement from Amara Kone writing his brother Gafwan concerning the economy of the nation. Yeah. Now the boys in that court, yeah. It's a terrible statement by the senator to his brother. He once upon a time served as finance minister. So they know the country is hard, but Gafwan won't accept the reality. Yeah, he told Gafwan something that I love in that whole statement. He said, no matter who you gather to spread propaganda, if the economy is in the toilet, you get inflation is high, you can't do nothing, your propaganda cannot work. So you're trying to tell the Liberian people that as a former finance minister under the same Unity Party, they know they cannot, it's hard for them. Yeah,
Hello?
and the president trip, yeah, why he went ahead of time,
Yeah.
and why, because right now, let me tell you, right now in America, I'm a supporter of Donald J. Trump from day one. Yeah, seriously, from day one. So I know everything that going on with, a prominent guy, a 31-year-old guy they call Charles Kirk. He was assassinated in Utah recently. He gave Donald Trump the youth vote in America. He was one of the main guys that stood for the president. So the Republican Party, the mourning right now, they seriously mourning right now because that particular guy, the 31 years old Charlie, he was a future of the Republican Party. Some people believe that years to come, probably he could become president or he will represent the Republican Party. So it's a great loss to the Republican Party. So I don't know, the mourning right now. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Sure. But it's very concerning. But thank you. So I want us to start from this. We woke up to a very sad news from Liberia some few days ago. According to the information that we had gathered, the deputy minister in persons of Brian McGill at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, decided to use his leverage, his proximity to power, his influence, and etc., to abuse a little child. And that child belongs to one of his employees, somebody who is working at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, one Christopher, the deputy, security boss there, decided to use, the minister decided to use his opportunity, his whatever, to abuse this lady. When the girl told her father, the father took her to the police station, and the police, instead of immediately intervening, decided to leave this girl and directed them to a clinic. So you go to the clinic and go do a test. They did a test, everything, expecting that the police was going to immediately start the investigation. Through the help of Gregory Como, they decided to step on the case, to call the father and talk to the father that, my man, this thing here, we are all men, the other one happened, blah, 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 and the rest of it. The father too has been a bit, afraid. He has been intimidated because it has to do with his job, it has to do with his life. He knows how desperate these people are. And he was in a kind of state of confusion when his wife got to know about this. So the wife said, well, this is not something I'm going to take lightly. If I will be unalive by the system, no problem, but I will make noise about it. And the lady decided to start the process of calling on the word. Luckily, other media institutions were able to handle it, were able to share the information. But it's like the government didn't do anything. They just look at it to be something that was common. Until we're able to lift the issue up on the King's FM, thanks to Abraham Godson William, we're able to raise that particular issue. Immediately we raised it the next day. The ministry decided to come up with a press statement or whatever they call it. The police decided to speak on it. As I speak to you, the government, after we went on them very high, decided that they will not intervene. But my issue is, are the interventions really, really genuine? So I want us to start from that, my brother. What do you make of this case? A deputy minister using his influence, sexually abusing this girl, only for the minister of information, of youth and sports to come up to say, well, we're putting the man on leave. The man is on administrative leave while we investigate the issue. I know, the system from my brother N is giving a bit, stuff. Yeah, like today I will not be much because he will do most of the discussion because I work real overtime and I am really, really exhausted. So my brother Jake is going to be doing most of the discussion, and others who are going to join us, they're going to be doing most of the discussion. So okay, yeah, he will soon be back on. Yeah, he will soon be back on. Let's see. All right, so Jake, welcome back. Yeah, so I think you're listening to, what we said. I don't know. What is your take on that?
I've been following, everything going around the world. Let me ask you, Prince, we still have gender ministry in the country?
We get
Or the
gender ministry
dissolve,
that is
Unity
not
Party dissolve
functional.
gender ministry?
We have a gender ministry that is not functional.
Yeah, but because the two things are noticed in the Republic of Liberia. The gender ministry is not It's not totally functional. If it's there, it's there. I don't know. They don't have money.
My brother, people there.
His reality, Prince, that two things happened in the Republic of Liberia recent time. The gender ministry is dead. Reality. You gotta take back what political hat. I don't know. You don't even know the woman name. You don't know who the minister. And the second thing that happened in the country, where the women group, those that used to wear the black clothes, concerning in the CDC town, the Yakula, all these people, where the senator for Grand Bassa candidate.
I know, right? Wow, this thing want to give our brother some serious problem here. All right, so we're going to bring this up. After the issue was raised by Liberians concerning the inhumane act that was committed by this particular fellow by the name of J. Brian McGill, who is the Deputy Minister for Youth Development. The Ministry of Youth and Sports decided to come up with this communication. But let me just inform you that the reason why they choose to come up with this communication, it is not because they care about the case or they want to give this little angel justice. They only came up because there were so many voices that were speaking against it. And they really decided to take this case so that they can cover it and cause it to just die. We saw what happened at the Freeport to the extent that nothing came out of it. We saw what happened at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Francis Akila Nyimale, which video we have, we played it. That lady appeared on their own station on Spoon and told the Liberian people, those who are listening in the word, that indeed she was abused, but she was being threatened. So she have to flee the country for her life.
Wow.
They, out of the public pressure, not because of morality, and these are things that we must understand. Anybody who decide to do a certain piece of work because of public pressure is not doing it with the love, with the empathy, and with the spirit of enjoying what he's doing. If you do it, you are only doing it because of the public pressure. And such a person, there will always be issues, there will always be problems. Because he's not taking upon it because he sees it as his responsibility. You know, when I was much younger, this thing used to happen, especially when you playing football, then your Oma, one of your big brother, your uncle call you, say, can't go draw me water. Sometimes when you are really, really into the game and they call you, you angry. And maybe there is no way for you to resist. You just take the bucket and say you go enjoy the water. You put the water there. You come and say you complain in the water wasting. Sometimes before you reach to the house, instead of whole bucket, it will be half bucket. Especially when the pump is a bit, maybe distant from the house. Because you will be talking, the water shaking on your head, wasting before you reach home, the half bucket will remain there. And the rest of it gone. There's a time you just drop it down, and start running to go back. So I'm saying that the approach by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, it is not sincere. It's political. The only reason why they are coming is because we raised the issue. All of us are talking on it, and those two want to speak. So they can't say, oh. But my brother Jake, how do you see this entire rape stuff? Let's hear from you. You have the communication, maybe. I don't know whether we should read the communication before you come in or what you think.
Because it's long. A lot of people talking about this story. It's long. Probably if you want to read it, but a lot of people. For me, I want to ask if there is a gender ministry operating in the Republic of Liberia, and the so-called elite, the so-called bookish women, they will say they learn both that used to wear black. For anything that happened in the country, you can remember the late Princess Copper that died. all these things, and the Jessino Taylor story, all these ugly story, they wearing black to demonstrate under the former government. Now, all of them muting the country, the DNA machine are operating, everything dead, the Dallas, everything turning around me, print. So I surprised they're not on the street now protesting for this particular young lady, 14 years old. And most of them too, they have that daughter, they have that girl's children. So it's so shameful to them. So when they were protesting the country, wow, when serious things happening in the country, a lot of things going on in the country. They're not even making statement. They gotta wear see most of them in position now, what they want there. So they can never voice it or none. So for me in that case, it's a cover up, serious cover up. You're flaky, well, let's wait and see. But I don't think if the president return, because the man as a minister or youth and sport, that he want to go on leave, he want to rest or go somewhere to relax his mind. If you look at reality, he threw himself under the bus. Yes, straight for that statement where he said he would take leave. Why the president even suspend you or the minister he suspend you whatsoever, they decide to take leave. It means straight. I'm not a great lawyer, but you guilty. You guilty for deciding to make the statement to read the minister. Are you taking leave to go rest? How many weeks or 2 weeks to process yourself? No. So a lot of tension on him. So I believe that thing, nothing will come out of it. Let's wait and see. But for me, the way I've seen them proceeding, because I just saw them here in the cookie jar, they are their own brother in the own family, part of the Unity Party, and they're in government now. So they will never try to they will not sack it and bring him to justice. So Prince, no matter you're flaking here, yes, a good awareness. But let's see. But for me, the Unity Party won't do nothing concerning that particular McGill man. Nothing they will do. They will sweep it on the raw. Yeah, Greco Coleman, and they already that part they are. It's a partisan thing they're doing now. The partisan police, partisan military, everything that govern the country today. So I pray that particular family get justice. Yeah, but I don't think we're happy.
Wow, I don't think it will happen. Yeah, I want to read this communication for our people who are listening. If I have to read, let's see. We have the Ministry of Youth and Sports on their official letterhead. They say immediate release. The Ministry of Youth and Sports on allegation of sexual misconduct involving J. Bryant McGill, Deputy Minister for Youth Development, Kingsville, Liberia, September 11, 2025. The Ministry of Youth and Sports has been officially informed by the Liberia National Police, that is the LNP, of a serious allegation of sexual misconduct involving a minor against Honorable J. Bryant McGill, Deputy Minister for Youth Development, a claim that Minister McGill has denied. So I want us to look at this first paragraph. It is unfortunate that when the incident happened, the minister got the information, decided not to do anything, decided to tell the father of this girl, this alleged victim, that you know what, you will talk a family way. He was aware. To see in this communication the minister telling us that it was the police who informed him is scary. So it means that even when he got the information, instead of launching an immediate investigation, he chose not to talk because in his mind he felt that it was going to be another case that would be compromised. He felt that this is going to be another case that we just talk, and nothing will come from RA. They know Liberia. 7 days talking, after 7 days they finish. So for him to even tell us that it was the police that informed him, this is where it is scary. And why even the police took this long time to inform him? Why? When it was the same police who immediately the incident happened, the father went and reported the case to them, and they even advised him, according to the father, that the girl should not take baths, go to the hospital, do whatever test they had to do. Was this police now in the position to automatically call for the living body of this particular fellow, this McGill guy? Why they waited that long? Is it that the police wanted to destroy evidence? Because when it comes to the issue of rape, it has to do with the DNA testing, etc., etc. Why, in fact, they have to choose the hospital and tell the guys to go to the other hospital? It's possible that
Prince Anand Cotton, or this or 2 weeks ago, or they was in August. So the everything been destroyed. Everything been destroyed. Why you see the case? Nothing. Everything been destroyed.
You are right. You are right.
Because 2 weeks ago, I think August, end of August, the particular story, the thing happened. We just start flagging it recently. So the people good at destroying everything now. They destroy everything. They're ruling the country now. They're ruling the country, the police director, everybody. Because once upon a time, they got story, everybody know this guy's story. Once upon a time, they got one of the leading figures within the Unity Party. All the surrogate today, they know this guy with. He helped a lot of them. So they were paying him back. Yeah, it just left with the president. When the president come back from the States, if you're very serious, he can sack him. It just left with the president, but the surrogate that surrounded
the president to come before he even sacked this guy. But now
we
expect this guy to be in police custody. And now we
why they kind of case here that because rape and drugs is non-bearable according to our law. It's a serious risk. Let me tell you something. Rape is even serious than drugs. Seriously, in the Western world, rape even serious. They're part of the war. This thing a lot of people fight against it, a lot of great country against it. So Liberia, when they see, look at the United Party. Let me tell you something. I told you the United Party destroying themselves within. Everybody get United Nations. They get the European community on the ground. They get a lot of human rights organization. They get different people on that ground. They're documenting everything. They don't listen to our radio station. They don't listen to all the headlines from the big newspaper that in the country. They know what's going on in the country. You saw that report, United States report that damning that whole government. So they're trying to say on the board. You think how international community will help you? They get serious problem on that plate. They don't govern the country, Prince. If we look at reality, the people in panic move, they scared, no money. The country is broke, according to Amara Kone. So they're traveling for years, almost 2 years now, nothing working. The president come in hell of hunger. I guess sorry to tell you about why he came in hell of time, because during George Weah time, if you saw some of that photo circulating on the internet, I'm not deviating for the topic, but if you see it, some of that a picture circulating on the internet concerning Liska, Arenko, his brother. Praise, these are the same guy I blew whistle against him. This particular guy where you saw, they're the agent for our maritime. You know, they the agent for our maritime 2018. I showed it one on the bus. I brought serious and went and I blew whistle against these two guys. These guys are, I will tell you here with no fear and favor. The Sankunta long time ago, Leska. Prince, it told, you know, United Party people, the United Party people are really smart, but they don't do that due diligence to the Republic of Liberia because while they in one bubble, they're not under the bar. That guy, Cohen and his brother, They're taking care of Leska. Let me tell you, Prince. We second in maritime around the world. The first country is Panama. Anybody can fact check anything I'm saying here. Google. We next to Panama.
Yeah, so I think our brother, the internet sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes these things happen. But yeah, it's really very serious. It's really very serious. Sometimes.
I will go back to that topic. I will open the Unity Party people are. I will go back to that topic because I'm a real topic. I blew whistle against them before. They threatened me in a Western warrior. This particular group, I know danger, I know that whole, I know the story. I told the former president that how we benefit, that how they were after it during that time, they benefited, but we're not even getting enough money for the maritime. Yeah. But we'll come to that topic. But you just in a rape case here now. But for me, I say that we covered up, man.
Yeah, with this issue, my people, I'm sorry, seeing me like this is because since today I've not really put sleep in my eyes.
I think they're stunning for your end.
Huh? You say?
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So let's go on as we read the communication. So we saw the first phase of it. The second one is say the minister. Sorry, let me bring it right on the stage for you to see it. It says the matter reported to the police by the alleged victim's father, Mr. Christopher Davis, has understandably raised grave concern. The ministry acknowledged that both the deputy minister and the alleged victim father are employees of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness as they centered on the fundamental principles of justice, integrity, and the safety of our citizens, particularly young people. This is the second paragraph of the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Let's go to the third paragraph. It says, the ministry will remain in close communication with the Liberian National Police as their investigation unfolds and reaffirm its full commitment to cooperating with law enforcement to ensure a thorough, impartial, and transparent process. To ensure the investigation proceeds without any perception of influence, the ministry has accepted and is forwarding to the Office of the President, Honorable J. Bryant McGee request for a leave of absence, effective immediately until the matter is resolved. The ministry reaffirms its commitment to upholding the law, safeguarding the integrity of the public service, and protecting the well being of all individuals, especially the youth we serve. We urge the public and the media to allow the Liberian National Police to conduct their investigation without interference. The ministry will provide further update as new information becomes available. According to the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I see this as an attempt by the Ministry of Youth and Sports to allow this particular J. Brian McGee guy to escape. The first thing is this thing was brought to your attention by the Liberian National Police, right? What I expect you, if the Ministry of Youth and Sports really want to help in this process, is to turn the alleged victim over to the police and let the police be able to free him. Or let the police say, well, let the man go home or let him go. We're not ready for him. That's why a responsible institution that really want to protect the lives of that lady or the life of its people, that's what they will do. When there are allegations, what happened? The police take siege or the police invite people in, right? That's what the police will do.
Yeah.
The police will invite people in. That look, this is what we are going to do. We investigate you at first. So my question is, why did the youth and sport minister or the youth and sports not turn J. Brian McGee over to the Liberia National Police? Because I didn't see it here. But rather, they were able to turn paper over to Joseph Numa Boyka and say, oh, the man say he want to go on leave. They turn leave paper over. But they are not able to turn the man over, knowing very well that this is a very serious issue. And this allegation is something that you said that is non-bailable in Liberia. So when there are allegations, immediately the individual who is alleged to be involved in the act should be arrested, turned over to the police for further investigation. Let the police say, let him go home. Let him go on leave. Let him go sleep to a horse. Let him not come and etc. Then we know. But for the fact that this minister will not turn this man over and decide to write a communication to President Boyka, informing President Boyka that, oh, you know, the mayor, yeah, and the man say, he no longer want to be here, you want to go on, someone to leave, let him go and rest. This is just an indication that this brother is going while he is at home, strategizing means, ways to be able to intimidate or to ensure that this case is a dead case. That's all. That's the reason why. Look at the communication. This communication from the youth exposed even add more questions to this whole thing. Because if the man tender in his leave of absence, or he say, well, my people, I want you to excuse me, the man is in the employ of the company. The first thing the minister should be able to tell this man, look, there is an investigation pending. I don't know whether you are guilty or not guilty, yet we accept your leave of absence. But again, we think that it is important that you be turned over to the police since you are in our custody. I think from all indication how it's supposed to be. When you say no, we can't allow you to just go like that, but we have to turn you over to the police. Let the police be the one to either guarantee that you are going or you'll be at the station. But for the fact that the minister was able to just submit a paper to Mr. Boyka, and up to now we have not heard anything from Mr. Boyka. It speaks volume of these people not even protecting lives and property, not getting time for the Liberian people, and not even wanting to know what happened, why it happened, which is scary. This communication raises more questions than even answer. When you read this communication, according to the minister, he said the issue was brought to him by the Liberian National Police, which we all know is not truth, because according to the information that we gather, it's not truth. The information reached him immediately when the father went to the police station. He got the information. But as usual, people can be waiting in Liberia. They say the more you wait, the time will kill the action. So probably he was waiting to see if this J. Brian McGill guy was going to have a serious conversation with his father in terms of bribing with the money and everything before he can proceed. He felt that this was just going to be another case that will just die down. Yeah, they think, yeah, let's give it time. The man will talk to the other security man, gain some small money. That's going to lay 500, I'll give it to him, change it in Liberian dollar, make it look plenty, and turn it over to this fellow. Now, at the end of the day, the whole case will die down. So let me wait. Let me give it time. So the minister intentionally was playing what we call a delay tactics. It was a tactics on the part of the minister to see if they can settle it. Most of these cases, these are some of the things that happen in Liberia, in our community. They are not reported to police. And some of the reason why people don't report to the police is because the police will want to use the case to benefit themselves instead of benefiting the victim. I've seen it in so many cases, so many occasions. When you know that you take somebody to the police station for a rape allegation, the first thing they will say, pay money, they register the case. Then the person who is in the custody of the Liberian National Police, they will start to ask the person for money. If the person can bring 500, they will let the person go. So if he can bring, for example, 1,000, they let him go. And this is terrible. This is horrible in our country. That's why people are not trusting the security sector. People are not trusting the system. Take for an example, look at what happened to our sister. You remember that girl, Lloyd? That guy that, how you call this wicked guy by the name of, how you call him, said this white guy, forgotten his name, man. I will get his name.
The
Almost,
American man?
yeah, the American guy that almost slit that guy throat. At the end of the day, that guy took the case to court. What we saw, we listened to a clip where the lawyer then was talking about, man, let it get, let's take small money, forget about it, man. The girl refused and said she wanted justice. What next happened? That guy was sent to jail. He spent a few days there. He came outside, walked to the airport, and he was out of the country. What Jessica Lord is still in Liberia, is still traumatized from that action. But guess what? Luca Riches is here in the States. Luca Riches, his name Luca Riches. And
Yeah,
he's dating
Lucas.
Justina, a song on how you call Lord. Today he's in the States. It was the same system that let the man go, that let the man loose, that freed the man. Today, again, we are seeing the same system trying to fight this Christopher Davis guy. Only because he's a security, so they threatening him. Maybe when I get a job, when you push the case here too much, when I get you a job, lie on somebody else's name, and then at the end of the day, you will be good to go. Look at where we have reached as a people. Look at what is happening in Liberia. No longer justice can prevail for our kids. These people will use their proximity to power, use their money, and abuse our systems. And at the end of the day, they think it's okay. But this is horrible. Brother Jake, let me hear from you as we close on this and move
Yeah,
to our
just
next.
1 minute only. Well, I mean, me, I don't think out of the box. Me, I have the ego. I don't think out of the box to the followers here. I just wanting the opposition group, especially though in connection with the former president, the CDC, the coalition. That's the opposition bloc. They should be very careful, very, very careful. A lot of setup will come, a lot of setup from different angles. They will implicate your concerning rape. They won't get even with you. So you must know how to proceed concerning women in our country. The Unity Party will play like they get the cash in the country. They get people on that side. I just taking out of the box because I got the ego. A lot of setup. We set up the opposition group, implicate them in different form to drag them to court, to tarnish that repetition. So they must be very, very mindful. We know what the Unity Party can do. So, they are dragged. One of our ministers now, social media one place, everywhere, the media, the newspaper, everybody talking about these particular things. So the opposition group, the collaboration opposition group from what kind of party? The ANC, the CDC, or the Gongo party, or the CMC, or all these people, the hierarchy of this party, you got to be very, very careful. The Unity Party, they will try to sell you people up in different form. I even blew alarm concerning even drugs. They must be very, very careful with your houses you're living in. Yeah, these people, the people love power. They can plan anything on you people. So you gotta be very vigilant. So I just try to throw us out there. So let me go, before Prince come, let me say something concerning the maritime, where we saw a picture from the president with the lace car bus. These guys are responsible for our maritime. They've been operating, they've been agent for our maritime for over, I think, if I'm making mistake, maybe over 12, maybe over 20 years now, over something like that. They've been in position. They're raking multi-million. They are multi-millionaire. The Cohen family, Alan Cohen is his brother. They are multi-millionaire raking our maritime money. How much they giving to Liberia? Peanuts to the country. Panama #1 in maritime around the world. The whole shipping industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The whole shipping industry, people don't know, is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And Liberia second to the Great Panama. Liberia is second to Panama. We fly all, if you check out all the vessels around the world, you will see the Liberian flag. We get huge compensation. Our first time, I blew that whistle to the former president. The war after it, they elevated that said they got a lot of money out of it. But not staying, it's not enough. They're raking all the guys are multi-made on there. Liberia just taking chicken change. So if they left with the Unity Party government, I don't know what time they will renew that contract. They left with the Unity Party government. Yeah. You cannot, I don't know why we're not so, we get team with smart, but we're not smart. You second to maritime, and you give all your leverage to a special agent to monitor your maritime. The money pass through them before it come to you people. Well, Honor Ellen Johnson said, according to Ellen, they were receiving $30 million a year. Blue Whistle was a lie, was a chicken change at that time. How can Panama receive over $200 million per year? Then you're the second place person, you get 30 to 35 million. So I blew a line. I blew whistle at that time. I blew 2 whistles to the government at that time. Me, I told Liberians I'm a whistleblower. Serious whistle, I'm a positive whistleblower. You get different type of blowing whistle. So if the Unity Party people smart and so picture circulating, I don't know the new benefit they're getting. Today, I'm the guy that make the LISCA to be headquartered in our country. Before then, they never had headquarters in our country. So today we have LISCA headquarters in our country now by these guys. But what we're benefiting from maritime is not enough. Liberia is a poor country, broke country. Seriously, we depend on the international community. And one thing that will boost our economy, that will boost all today is they see maritime and other great resources. But today, if you look at what natural resources, it's depleted, most of them, especially the iron ore, the timber industry, everything we cut all our trees, we never plant trees. So, and today, the whole world recycling, the world is recycling, new technology. So we're having serious problem. Our iron ore today is in the hand of metal steel or a salamander, many people will call it. I told people, the government already renewed that contract. The boss of metal steel, the CEO, Mr. Mita, he living close by me here. He worth over $100 million. His alone worth, and the company worth $100 billion with a B, metal steel, a salamander worth over $100 billion. Then imagine the kind of deal they signed with the Liberian government. It's a chicken change, serious chicken change. So I don't know who the smart people in our country, they call themselves genius whatsoever, but they don't think us out of the box. They don't. For like what I told the legislature, the speaker, all these people, you go in house and you review all your concession agreement that you had over 20 years ago. You review all your concession agreement and come to the table. You're sitting in house for 1 month or 2 months. Everything, your bad day, all our concession agreement, past government, present government, and try to rectify some mistake that you people made. Because some people signed 25-year contract, some people signed 30 years contract, all these things. It's not in the interest of the country. These guys are getting solid rich all our country, and then why the country getting poorer. I told people, Liberia, you should fasten your seat belt. You must fasten your seat belt. The next 5, 6, 10 years to come again, it will be a tough. Liberia is a poor nation. I can debate anybody. I hear people talking about, oh, we discovered new natural resources. Are you people kidding me? Are you people a joker in that country? We live in the country, love that country. We believe in our country. If you discover new resources, according to the president, that we discover over 15 new resources. The Chinese came and survey, specialists came from China, they surveyed our land. We get lithium, we get magnesium, we get all these new things. Then they can be breaking about the virgin forest, the Swapo Pack, way back pack. How many years ago? Oh, this, we're not a rich country, Liberians. If we were a rich country, probably you would say because of a bad governance since 1847. Before, yes, maybe when our population was less, was a rich country. Yes, during the Turbo era, the Todme era, yeah, because at that time, the industrialized nation were building at that time, the Germany, all these countries. So they needed our rubber, they needed our iron ore. But right now, we are a poor country. I'm talking about many years back. At that time, the population was less. So, and now the population grew. At that time, during the Todman era, if I'm not mistaken, was 1.some million people, almost 2 million people. Then Samuel Doe came along. Then the population started to grow. People can remember that particular song, population growth. That I think a special artist made that song. Today, with 5.some million, you can see the crack within the nation because our population grew and our mineral is all depleting. Seriously depleting. Because I tell people on the platform, mineral don't grow, mineral don't finish. I live in the West here. I remember during those days in the West, they had a coal mine. They had different resources. Today, you can see the animal. Mineral don't finish. But I don't know how Liberian people don't think mineral don't grow. No, mineral don't grow. The Swedish American company, Lamco way back when we were growing or small whatsoever, they operated your mine for over 60-some years. 60-some years. And mineral don't finish. They operated Lamco for many years, decades upon decades. Today, a salameter taking your lab mineral. And your son chicken change with a salad meter while the company worth $100 billion. $100 billion. Then I don't think even Liberia signed $1 billion contract with meter steel. So I'm telling the legislature, the smart people, if you love your country, you go back in-house. You bring all your concession agreement back on the table. You rectify this thing. You check everything. Liberia is draining. Liberia is draining. The next generation will suffer. Reality. We live in a different world now. This is a different world now we live in. A world of technology, the world of evolution, a world of great thinking now. It's not about, I mean, carry on to the Arab world. The Arab people believe that they believe in God gave the Arab people all. They gave them all this process, all this great mineral. But they're taking out of the box. Most of them believe that this mineral will finish one day. This mineral then will finish one day. So they're taking out of the box that when this thing finish, what will be the outcome of the generation that they will leave beyond? But our society, we don't think about generation that we will leave beyond. We only think about today. That's a country. And why today you can see the suffering in the nation because parents they don't think about the future, where they will live with their children or their children. So they only think about today. That's why you see hardship in the country. We that came from that so-called background, the poverty background, our parents they never left nothing for us. Today, year or year, fighting for ourselves, striving very hard, claiming the ladder. But as you claiming the ladder, a lot of people bringing you down because your family depends on you. The family depends. So probably you came from a poor family. You're the one person in the West, and everybody on you. As you claiming the ladder, they're breaking you down because what? You got to focus on them too because our traditions, our culture, all these things. But seriously, followers, Liberians, we are a broke nation. I can debate anybody at any time. Because if you look at the Ellen Johnson City era, if you want to be real and take out your political heart, it was so rich. One of the smartest to grace our land also, Ellen Johnson City, as people claim a great economist from the Howard University. Her government was in shambles. Her government will seriously, the international community got to help Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. United Nations was on the ground with international community. United Nations was spending half of $150 million a year in the Ellen Johnson economy. The remittance alone from us, we in the West, $350 million, so Ellen had $500 million. Then foreign direct investment, she had over $3 to $4 billion. Then in the international community, USAID, all these things were there. It covered all the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for 12 good years. Salary on the rampage, high salary. Her wage bill was high. Government officials making $15,000, consultant 15 to 20,000, senator 15,000, representative $10,000. It was too high for our country that was never embarked on real development in the country. They're taking our natural resources at that time. All these 66 or 60 Booker's concession agreement was signed under that watch. Today, the economy is in shambles, high inflation. In the latest news in the Republic of Liberia, we don't even have food. The country is getting dead. If any society, three things happen to a great society that can fall. If you look at history today, if we cannot feed ourselves, we're bound to doom because we don't have food. Like typical Liberia, we don't have food in our country. I'm talking about real food. We don't have food. Liberia is short. We have serious food shortage in the Republic of Liberia. We have serious health problem. Our health industry the healthcare is a challenge seriously. No great hospital in our country. The infrastructure is all data machinery. So we're having a serious problem. Then we're talking about security. If you don't have these things, you can never be a viable nation. Facts here. If you don't have all these things, it says 1847, we're 178 years old. Today, we get one of the weakest border in the West African region. 5 million people. We don't even have 6,000 to 7,000 police. Our military is weak. We don't have 5,000 to 6,000 military. Immigration less. Who will bolus our security apparatus? Now, we don't have money. They all pay, especially the security, the police. They all pay. The military pay. The immigration pay. So how are we leading to today? Then we gather ourselves today. We say we are a rich nation. What a shame. We're not a rich nation. Reality, we're not a rich nation. Even anybody that come to power tomorrow, 2029, whatsoever, or from now going forward, Liberians from 2026, if we don't have international help, if the Unity Party don't think out of the box now to make all that connection, the so-called connection they have, Liberians, you will keep this video for the future. You're bound to be doomed. Seriously, we don't have money. We don't have money. You think when the Unity Party have money? You think when they have money, they will not even solve the bread and butter issue today? Heavy inflation in the country. Gafwan is crying because USAID, we tried to USAID today. His own brother Amara Conan throwing on the boss that the economy is in the shambles, it's in the toilet, it's reality. All economists know that. So we got hard work to do. I pity for my country because we are in the West today. We all maintenance. The country will sink because I know it. We spend over $350 million a year on remittance alone. Bank transfer, Western Union, all these remittance story. We spent $350 million a year. I remember 3 months. I go to Liberia 3 months, November, December, January, during the George Weah era. 100 million arrived in the country, $100 million arrived in 3 months. Because at that time, I remember the country was back. Everybody came for that so-called December, what they call today, they call it December today. November, December, January, 100 million arrive in the country. Different people from whatsoever. The other brother coming, bringing 5,000, the other brother, so 100 million. The data was there, it's reality, it's a fact. So with all remittance, the Liberian economy will sink. And the people know it. Tata bankers, the economists, all of them know it. Because of remittance today, Liberia moving forward. But with all remittance, the country will sink down. No money flowing in the country. It's hard. Nothing coming from our natural resources going to our lab to go to the Liberian cover. So it's getting hard. So followers, the reality. If anybody want to debunk me or you want fact check, you can do your own fact checking here. So I told people here, I don't preach propaganda. I'm a serial whistleblower. I look for where money is, find it, inform my country, inform my government. If they can war after it, they get it. They can war after it through that smartness. They can get it. So I did it before, and I will still do it. I get 2 other whistles to blow, but the appropriate time will come. I put all my pieces together. I will soon conclude on it. And I will inform whosoever. Eugene Falcon know me, now I'm a whistleblower. A lot of people in the country know me. I do it for my country. That's my job in the Western world. Find where millions of dollars. And one time before I leave this platform, if the president returned back to Africa, to Liberia, only one thing I want if the Unity Party people hearing this, the president always saying, doing cabinet meeting. I said the same thing to George we are today, but they overlook it. I will say to the Unity Party again. If the president come back to Monrovia after the hunger, let him summon all the ambassadors around the world through the minister. Summon all your ambassadors. Let them retreat to the nation capital, Monrovia, to have a meeting with them. They've seen where you can have cabinet meeting. Some of them been into places for over 15 to 18 years. 15, 16, 17 years. What have they brought to the nation capital? So I'm asking the Unity Party, every ambassador, someone them back home, ask them that dealing, how they been functioning, and the council general them. Let me inform Liberians here today, the followers here, probably the Unity Party listening here. They get council general them all around the world. I will fly with a diplomatic passport. They are all multi-millionaire. I know 3 persons, seriously, and I challenged them before. I blew whistle before, but they overlook it. They are multi-millionaire. They have their own private plane, private company, flying the Liberian diplomatic passport. They are council general. Someone were appointed during Charles Taylor term. I know one in Greece. If you can remember Liberia, Greece fly one of the highest ships around the world. He's from Greece. He's from Greece. I know what I'm saying. I get every document concerning that particular guy. So we're having serious trouble. They are all council general. They are multi-million. They are having their own private yacht, having private plane. They get multi-million-dollar companies in the West here. Today they are benefiting. And Greece is another crazy offshore country where people can go keep billions of dollars there. You cannot, the European Union have no voice over it. So I know these guys. So we are doomed. They fly in our passport. They're taking projects, billion-dollar projects. They get immunity on our passport. They don't pay. They exempt from taxes in the Western world. But why that money going to? None of them coming to our cover. They don't have NGO in our. They don't have no organization. They don't have no help to deliver to those in the West, to those in Africa, especially the disabled, the albino, the blind, and they are raking in multi-million-dollar, putting it in that cover, growing the finances, elevating themselves, building mansion. and building different companies. So I asked my government, the government, it's time to summon all these guys all around the world, to summon them back home and ask them serious questions. I blew this in with St. Joshua time. And today they overlooking, these guys are getting richer and they're getting rich more and more. So Liberians, yeah, that fasten our seatbelt. Salute to everybody. And we will come back here again and touch on other things because I know Prince is not here right now. So salute to everybody. We'll see you all later. So let me just wait 2 minutes. If I can see Prince can come on board, then we can close the thing up. Prince, I don't know. I don't know why. So salute to everybody. You'll have to share the video. I will end for now because on the Palava Hall, the owner of the platform is not available. I don't know what's happening with his telephone or the internet. So if you are watching me, you have to share this video. I just try to lay some things outside there for people because some of us who love our country, but these guys are in power. They don't want to work with other people. They only believe everything will happen in Monrovia. Know that the big mistake that they're making. They don't have no connection in the Western world, no lobbyists in the West here. they just see one bubble, one box, and they cannot escape from that box. You know, we get well, we retain one of the low IQ. It's a language by among the low IQ people in the West in Africa. So I believe it. We low IQ people because we don't think on the past. And one thing I know about the country, jealousies are engulfed the nation all over. A lot of jealousy in our country, written all over our DNA. Now, well, today we can progress because everybody want to bring people down. The society believe they're so smart, but they're not smart. That's what I know. That when people just believe they're so educated, they're so smart. But if you check in it, oh yeah, well, Prince, where you been? Man, one just doing a little bit talking.
My brother.
I know you're a little bit tired from work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I taught a lot here now, so I think we'll not stay too long because I touched a lot of topic, a lot of great topic. Because Prince is getting long now, man. What's happening with the Unity Party? Prince, I know what going Prince to you since 2 years now. Prince, you see something cover. Prince, let me ask you, be real here. The guy that was chatting 6 years ago that they were smart, they lying, they get this, they get all the connection. I talking about the whole CPP group. Today, the Unity Party. Why they struggling? That's the reality. Why they struggling?
The thing is, my brother, these people will continue to suffer. They will continue to struggle until they leave from there. And the reason is very simple. One is due to the lies that they told.
Okay.
You know, that's why people continue to say that
Okay.
when you want power, be sincere. And at the end of the day, your sincerity will make the people to have trust and confidence in you.
Yeah.
So these
You
people
break it
lie
down. Now.
to the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
They lie.
Wow.
They told us that they were coming to do things in a different way, form, and manner. You know, I want to play a video here, and you will hear it from Worker himself. He told the Liberian people the first thing he was coming to do is to ensure that Liberia will have qualified and competent people to serve, according to what he said. That he was not going to bring people who will do business, somebody will say, business as
Yeah.
usual. That's what he told us.
Yes, true.
He told the world that when he appeared on the VOA. That's what he told the world. And let me see if I can bring here, oh, you know, uh, sorry. Here is it. So let me bring this for us to hear it.
By making sure into cabinet people of integrity. Secondly,
when he was asked,
we start by making sure those people that we bring to cabinet are people of integrity.
According to him, they were bringing people of integrity. So when you look at the group that Boyka is operating with, do they have integrity? Because people with integrity will not steal in a broad daylight. People of integrity will not be able to look at their own people and keep lying to them. These guys have integrity? No, they don't have. They don't have. They've not come to work for the Liberian people. They have come to work for themselves. Let's listen further.
And secondly, I want to make sure that even beginning with myself, we'll declare our assets.
He talked about declaration of assets. So my question to you and to everyone that is listening, did Joseph Newman Boyka declare his asset that we are aware of? No. They brought a paper, and before we could critique the paper, they carry by and say, no, that man asset down there. Up to today, you and myself, we are yet. Even his ministers, it took him, are you causing on a 419 approach to say he's suspending them? With all of this suspension, how many ministers do you know have declared the assets that you can point to? How many of them? So you see the lies that they told. Look what he said here.
You want to make sure that this is well known, the purpose of coming to government, to know that it's public service.
Yeah.
And if you are not ready to serve the public, you can go elsewhere.
These people are serving the public? That's the question. So you see, there were too many lies that were told by this government. This was when he won. But let's just go to the one that he was in his campaign mood and what he said to the people of Liberia, what he told the people of Liberia. What were some of the things that he said? Let's listen to it and hear what this man said.
Not allow small children to sell market when they should be in school.
Yeah. Small children will not sell market when they should be in school. That Joseph Newman Boyka campaign promises down there. That's what he told the Liberian people. He said our children should be in school. They should not be on the road selling. No. He said they should be in school.
Should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies just go in the street whole day you sell.
He said young ladies, young people will not be in the street selling. This thing that our people were doing before you and I we even come on this earth. Joseph Newman Boyka said no, he will change it. That's his statement. That's what he's saying. It's not from me, it's not from you. That's what he said. We know our people have been selling before even Boyka could become president. That has been the way of life of our people. Some people engage into trade and commerce. But Joseph Newman Boyka said, no, one kind I will make sure you will not sell. I will give you dignified life. And we fall for these things. It's almost like somebody telling you, you know what I mean? When I become president, the moon will not shine again over you. The sun will not shine. I want for the sun to disturb you. So I will put, how you call, fluorescent bulb in the sky. That's what Boyka was telling you.
They make cajole Liberian people.
That's what happened. So you see, let
the money you make can't even buy rice. We can't. You want to put dignity on our people. And that's what we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today's the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up.
You hear Joseph Newman Boyka, my brother? That was what he told.
See new Liberia.
We see new Liberia coming up. Our people will not be in the street selling. They will not be in the market.
Prince, you see, you know what I told people? You see, this sort of rhetoric in cajole the Liberian people. Let me tell you something, Prince. They seem simple. They were in opposition. They were spreading the gibberish. They were spreading all these lies. Because at that time, see, when the debate is easy, I tell people, asking Liberians, we all Liberians. We put our country first before any politics. Like my question I always ask Liberians now, personally, are you better or now than 6 years ago? Be real here to yourself. Everything better or now the bread and butter issue they used to talk about, everything. You see, why the debate is easy, why they don't match, the only thing we involve into are insulting because why they get low IQ. The Unity Party, not smart. If they were smart, they delivering. They will be delivering because they're not smart, because they don't want to listen to anybody else. So the debate is over. We get somebody that we know and supported for 6 years, and they come into power now. The first 12 years, it's them now. So we compare everything. So now they're struggling. Imagine during George Bush era, the reality here, COVID came for 2 years and a half around the world. Everywhere was locked down. So if you really want to be real, Georgia never ruled that country for 6 good years. No. Constitutional year, they gave a mandatory authority for 6 years, but COVID interfered. So you ruled the country for 4.5 years. You ruled the country for 4.5 years. 4.5 years. In reality, the world was locked down. Nobody was doing business with people. But see where he took the Liberian economy from. See where Samuel 20 took the Liberian economy today. Oh no, Samuel 20, they never had budget shortfall. No, they never had it. Gafan admitted it. Some Amara Kone admitted it. That why today, that why when they had our opinion pool concerning the fund, I want to tell people here. Fund in recent history, facts. Samuel 12, because we don't celebrate our own. He one of the finest founder minister to grace that lane. We're not talking about these Concord elite guys, what they used to hear about Sister Dennis, all these people. No, I'm talking about modern history. He's one of the serious, smart founder minister to grace our lane. And when he took the Liberian economy from Ono Edlin Johnson Selly, when the president said, I'm inheriting a broad nation, a broad economy.
Sure.
And Ellie never debunked that statement. Ellie was sitting at the Capitol building when the president was first son and Sakla Mary. We always tell people this. Let them go to video. He took that economy. Then after a certain year, they projected our economy to almost 7 to 800 million dollars. During early that time, was projected to 500 when the passing budget allowed to be to 500 million dollars. The junior somewhere today, truly resources we have all these things. They lift up to $700 million, 7 going to $800 million. Then they have, and we shouldn't forget, they quite to forget. With the wage bill was high because when George came to power, Ellie has 65,000 people employed. Oh no, how wash. Then when George came, he added the wage bill to 50. So our wage bill was high. So that while all these things, the country could crumble, but because of the monetary union, the World Bank, all these people, they advised Samuel to where they said, no, your salary, your wages salary is so high. You're gonna reduce your thing, and you do this, you will not develop this nation. The hard the problem harmonization today. That when we see the so-called Liberian people today talking about you harmonize our vote, you harmonize our pay, we harmonize your vote. Today, send harmonization. Send the voter the government out. The Unity Party, on 2 ministers, Brahma Kamara, Gafan, they ever carry salary up? Harmonization stays saying, Liberian people, they cajole you, are there Amara, are there Gafan? How the country broke that day to carry to say they will move on that side to lift it back off. They will carry everybody's salary all again. Are there Gafan? Where are they taking their money from? Where are they taking that money from? They cannot find that money. Our natural resources are not bringing that money in. Nothing. But look at, I told people, Prince, our natural resources are all depleted. Our iron, our rubber, our timber industry was a multi-billion-dollar before. Remember. But why? They cut all your 20 some more years. You cut all child state on that forest. They destroy the forest to the funniest. Please, you will never believe it. Please, they cut all our trees and never plant trees. Imagine when we were doing that civil war. What in Charter was Charter was living by? How you were forming? How you form his government with outside? I told the lodging company and all these things. Lodging, especially lodging. I can remember they had some Ukrainian guys. They great arm dealer then today. The Victor Boot guy that free from the American prison that were doing business with Benin and Europe. They were breaking all their arm. They wanted the watching the arm dealing in the West from Russia. The Victor Boot from Russia that free from the American prison. What they did, I swap with Grinnell for that basketballer. Today, he was one of the weak power arm dealer in the West African, in the whole African region, Angola, all this Sudan, all this place. He made a multi-million dollar. All these people, these things today, cut all our trees. I see, Prince, according to statistics, if you cut one tree, you have to plant 5 to 6 trees. It takes 10 years for the trees to grow big. Then you use it for lodging. Go to our forest then. And besides, one thing that happened, Prince, one thing that happened in our country, all our concession agreement is signed for logging. Now, they were not only doing logging. No. They were doing other things. They were digging all our mineral. Prince, you will not believe it. Prince, declare our country. Declare the Republic of Liberia. I can be hearing people, they say, I'll challenge any great politician. No is sorting that set down table. What? I'll ask the question. Like when people can say, well, they reach. Why you are depending to get rich? Where you get? You get 3 natural resources that the world know. Everybody steady. The iron ore, the timber, and the rubber. You're giving gold. You're not giving gold diamond that said you get gold and diamond. Say you get it money all. They can say that get boxer. No, that Guinea get boxer. Please, I noticed only the country of Ireland they get a lot of things. Please, you remember when it was small. Please, you can remember they say the American embassy sitting now on all. Stupid story. They play the American. Yeah, they play the American. I said we are a gullible nation. They say, the American embassy sitting down on all. American embassy will be sitting down, get through there from there, we'll manufacture, we'll take our oil, we'll start doing turning it. The force will be down there. We can print our resources, it's print a reality here. I steady about all the Aduma, steady on all these things. We deplete all these things. So what money we making? How much money coming to us? We never signed up. We never signed a $1 billion contract before. We got a concession agreement when I signed a $1 billion before. I want to know, Liberian people, you're coming in last year, you're telling me, what kind of concession agreement when I signed $1 billion? And the thing I said, get $1 billion, your school way or a meter steel, a salary meter. I want iron ore. The company worth 100 billion. You will not believe it. The company living right near me in Luxembourg. I know that factory. I know that headquarters. I not go there. I not go there. $100 billion, Mr. Meter, the whole company. They got it from that Asia there. I know that they are Pakistan, India. I don't really know that whole story. $100 billion. Mr. Meter alone worth 100 million. Anybody must fact check me yet? I think if I'm making mistake, they will be the second steel company in the world or 10. They have another one in China before. Yeah, but I don't know now. They go number 1. But Prince, as a war going spring, you hear the later news yesterday. One of the world richest men now, they finish tapping Elon Musk. Larry Finn from Oracle. He's a world richest man now. He made 100 people making money while we're joking. They made 100 billion. They made pretty less than 2 weeks. They made $100 billion. 100 billion. You know what? Getting to get AR. They made big heavy AR play in America. Larry Finn, he friendly with President Donald J. Trump. Personal person, $100 billion to if he's the #1 richest man now in the world. He on see Elon Musk now. So Elon Musk can double up. I let the competition in the West here. I let the competition. Prince, we are broke nation. Broke nation. Reality. The Unity Party, they like to come to power. George, we all know a fingerprint in the country. So that while the debate is over, the debate is seriously over. The Unity Party, the Sandro Johnson, all these guys, they will only Jeremiah Piano go on platform, they will only insult. Pray that the question I always ask you, during opposition time, any guy were living in the West, Popetting I said they had a connection. Okay, now they in power now. They say they have. Now what going on with them? Why nothing happening for them? They let a whole left in the West bombarding the internet with gibberish and lies. Today, they took the mantle of authority. Why they cannot help Waka now? Why they cannot help Waka now for multi-millionaire and the billionaire to come to the country to invest in our country? Chris, I told you one of the mistakes the legislature made. Let me tell the truth. That's why I told them they damaged the country. Just regard, I don't care what they see from the country. I don't care. One crazy thing they did in our country, I always tell them, but they don't listen. They go and make new law. Prince, our corporate tax killing the whole Republic of Liberia. We're paying 25%. Prince, a fragile nation that came from a war, without even find our 14 good years, all these decades, then your corporate tax more than the European Union. The European Union paying 21. America paying 18. President Trump want breaking down to 15, 18. West African region reducing our corporate tax. Other countries around the world, Angola, Botswana, all the countries reducing our corporate taxes. Now you Liberia, when I get electricity, when I get roads, then you corporate tax. Then how a multi-millionaire will come and gamble that money in the country? Reduce your corporate tax for the sake of the Liberian people to 16 or 17. Then multi-millionaire, they will gamble, they will open many companies in the country. Then while they will help to implement getting tax, you getting tax, let's say like 1 year or 2 year tax free. They will employ your people. As employ your people, then your people paying taxes to this government. Then that's how you will make your money. I told them over and over, if you don't reduce your corporate taxes, nobody will. Prince, nobody say this thing. I had 2 people. At time Ukraine fought the war here. Then I had one from the Middle East. I wanted to bring it to the former president. 2 stories, some people know about this story. The guy asked the first question. I really had a consultation with some MOU. Reality, yo. I was my own personal MOU with them before I take them to Africa, to Liberia. The guy said, but Jake, come on the computer here. Look at your corporate tax. 25%. They say, but Europe here or the other places paying, how will leave this to go to your country? If I want to gamble my money, I play a lane for now. The guy can say, we'll go gamble our money. Because anything can happen, they can lose $1 million. I heard the word gambles. It may go invest in the country, say, I'm going to gamble my money. I heard that statement. I said, wow. I said, what do you mean by gamble? He said, yes. Every fragile nation will go to take away to gamble our money. Anything can happen. You don't get top security. You don't get total electricity. So gambling our money. I say, wow, I play a lane as investment to gambling our money. They never appear in the country because our corporate tax were high. I told the former government at that time. I say you gotta reduce your corporate tax. But for money were in power a lot time. I say you go in house, you amend new law for the sake of this nation. You gotta reduce your corporate taxes, your corporate tax. You gotta reduce it. And you're gonna get tax as you're gonna get second immunity. Well, that's a tax free for 2 years. Then people will come and invest in our country. Then they will employ your people. Maybe somebody come open some kind of mini company that employ 100 people, employ 75. Then you start when the 2 to 4, 5 company come to that. Reduce, people start to come, people start to work. And these people that are working will benefit everything. Then they will pay, then they'll start paying small taxes to the government. But please, in America, that's so small company people working with. In Europe, yeah. Individually gather their own company. 2 guys come together, they open a multi-million-dollar company. They employ people. They employ like 20 people, employ for 40 people. The country getting tax incentive, give them immunity, give them benefit. This is how these guys operate. Most of the companies in the Western world are not owned by government. No. Individual, two brothers come together, 2 families come together. They open a $5 to $10 million company. They want exports, they want do this one, they put that money in any kind of thing that they want. Maybe spaghetti company, maybe butter company, maybe milk company. They have these guys do it in the West, but the government getting incentive and they get lower taxes because as you get this thing, they employ a lot of people. For our society, they're not thinking only. They're not thinking, but everybody looking at government. No, government. No, not government. Not government. Government just open the incentive for these things, saying they know how to protect you, the rule of law, the most important thing, security, electricity, good roads. They will come in the country. But please, alone, we don't have these things now. But please, what will power our company? You think that generator will power our company? You think who using generator these days? No. You can get total electricity in your country. Total electricity. That's one of the greatest challenges George had at that time. One of the greatest challenges why you were fighting for electricity. And why I told Unity Party people, and why I said the debate is over. On their watch, on early selling time, you go social generator in the country. Everywhere was generator. When George Racking generator disappeared. Like when people want to be real here. Early time. Everybody had generator. But when George came to power, it started to disappear. It disappeared completely until the Unity Party take over now. So the country can be faced for me, but the Unity Party need to think out of the box. Yeah. They need to think out of the box, and they find a heavy connection. As you say, why they cannot make it because you said in reality, they came too last.
Sure.
So they lie to the Liberian people that want following.
Sure, they lie.
Yeah, they don't have it.
Those connections.
They don't have
they
it.
lie to people. You know, when they're sitting on the platform to explain, when they used to sit, you would think that these people will bring back the 16 billion that Onmill invested in Liberia. The people used to be talking loosely as if the investors are waiting on their voice to just pull in Liberia. These people said people were not coming in Liberia because President Weah was not competent. But let's ask them, since the Joseph Newman government took over, how many construction companies do we have? Is it not the same old construction company that were under President Weah? Are they not the same companies that are there? What kind of new company have this brought in to say, well, we bring in oil company that will be producing oil.
No, they brought air company.
But my brother, let's even agree. Let's give it to them that they brought in air company. What is the price of egg right now?
Egg shortage now in Liberia.
Egg shortage. When you see egg is somewhere around one egg is almost pushing to somewhere around $75 for one egg. Just one single egg is pushing down to $75. I don't know, but those who listen over, one egg now in Liberia should be somewhere around 50, 60, or somewhere around 75. Just one egg.
Let me I'm cutting up. Let me bust the people, let me bust the followers here today. The reality are living right here. George Weah, the former president, he gave office, president, I will speak, as I'm speaking now. He gave office in Geneva. FIFA, that position, let me shake the country. You must share this video. If the president won't talk it, I will talk it because I got all the information in my hand. FIFA worth over billions of dollars. FIFA, Football Federation, worth billions. He in charge of racism around the world. Number $1 million budget he get. The president get over $100 million budget. 100 million the workers next year. And beyond the World Cup, he will still be in charge of racism. He say, hey, he will be letting his own staff for the, you know what they call staff or people that will work on him. You have his own security. You have his own security that he will choose in the West here that will join his security team from FIFA to protect the president. You see why the society wicked? And then what happened the few days of Joker Wissy going on air. Joker Wissy when he start talking he was talking on negative things where they catch it said. He start explaining the real true story because he knows most people will come to debunking. So when he went on school now, he started to relay the real story about George Weah concerning the Lone Star. Let me tell the Unity Party people. Let me tell you, Prince our society evil. And the president said he want to unify the country. When the president got that position for the football war barley, why Joseph Walker never made statement to comment? Because that let George Weah, like Liberia had that title. Like Liberia. Or Liberian hailing FIFA on racism. First of its kind in the world. First of its kind. You know, president, why he cannot think to say, oh, disregard me and George Weah whatsoever, but it's a win for my country. It's a win for the former president. So to unify this now, let me salute him and comment on him to say, just come out with a statement from the executive mansion. You see, Prince, the Unity Party will die through jealousy. True story. Here are two people here. A reality. The division in the land is the Unity Party. The division in our land today where everybody can see one another, the wish hunting. It's easy for the Unity Party to settle the dispute in our country, but they want to do it. They so embedded, they get so much hatred for this guy until you know what we can benefit now? You know what's a FIFA boss to George Weah from Italy? It's a personal person. But you remember he went to Liberia, the FIFA boss, he went to Liberia. It's a personal person. A lot of things can come up from this story here, Prince. As I take it under the box, George Weah gets serious influence now in the war going badly now, football going badly. Scouting of players, all these things there now. So it's a lot for us again. But the Unity Party is a win for the country, a win for the former president. So you cannot acknowledge this man that the world football appointed this son of our soil to the high profile position. So, Prince, we are the crossroads. The Unity Party not ready for reconciliation. No. Prince, I told you something here. I don't think the guy will relinquish power. Prince, believe me, there's a day I will come. I won't do it on AB way. I will do it free. I will do it on AB way on show special. I will shake the Republic of Liberia. I pile all my documents together. I'm a whistleblower. I will check the whole country. I will tell them why. I'll always say there will be nothing they call 2029. People are going to be asking me in Europe here, oh, Jay, well, I said, no, I will never say to none of you. There were time, the time will come, I will spare the beans to the Liberian people. The people will not relinquish power so easy. No. The only way they will relinquish power, the international community will, during 2029, they have to descend on our country. Real international community, they will descend on that land to protect the country, to protect the vote in that country. That's the only way. Or else, if it left with the Liberian people, no, they will never. I see the writing on the wall. I know what I'm talking. I know where that point I'm coming from. Because if you look at the people's DNA, if you look at that playbook, the Unity Party, they are very violent group of people. They don't like debate. They attack people very fast in our DNA. So if Braga will leave power, I told people Braga will leave power. Braga not running 2029. I will mark the video. He say, yeah, I want Jake Shelley. You will not run. Papa will not run 2029. They will try to force him. The old man will be 85, feeble. The strength-filled people preach, you know all the 85-year-old in the world. You know all of them in Africa, especially Africa. Disregard he getting money. Disregard he making money. Look at the West. Look at Joe Biden. That left, he was 81. He was feeble, falling down all over the place. Even the president has support. Donald Trump not running again. Before he leave power, he'll be like 82 years old. Because at 4 years, he's 79. Probably in 79 now. Yeah. He'll be like 82. He'll be like 82 years old. That man won't smoke, he don't drink. At particular, he don't smoke, he don't drink. So I just looking at age. I just looking at the age. In the age, the strength can fail you. Your immune system start to seriously weaken. Your walking delay. Your train of thought, everything start to minimize. Your seeing aspect, your alpha dimming. That's reality. Look at all the 85 to 86 year old in our Republic of Liberia. So just by the grace of God, we'll pray to God for some to reach that age. But these are the age. Look at Ellen Johnson selling now. The great Iron Lady Prince. You now see your latest walking. She don't have strength anymore. She don't have it. The great iron, these are the left reality. So no matter how the United Party fighting, the president will never run 2020. How can the president run 2029? Like bro, no, he said we no. You were the only thing, there will be a political ranking within the Unity Party. Yeah. They will get people that will fight Jeremiah Kuhn to take the mantle and authority. Seriously, like the Gafwan and preparing ourselves, all the people preparing ourselves, but it will be tough on Jeremiah Kuhn. It will be really, really tough until the old man gave his blessing to him. And for Joseph Bakato, he gave a blessing to Jeremiah Kuhn. I found it tough for him. I found it tough. Reality. And the Unity Party, they didn't get too much people. Besides, that why I ask you one day, but you don't want to answer the question. Besides Jeremiah Kuhn, who can the Unity Party bring on board?
You know, the Unity Party, they have people, my brother. They have people.
Yeah, name me one or two. Name me one.
You know,
Gafwan can win Liberia. He can win Liberia.
What Gafwan is doing now, the heavy stealing that you see Gafwan doing is to prepare himself in Liberia. Once you get the money, things can happen.
But they may come out one statement. He come out with a statement that there will be 100 schools. They can be 100 schools. But wait, the economy in free form. The economy is in the toilet. Inflation high. It's in Liberia. If you cannot control the Liberian economy, how can they give you the mantle authority?
Sure.
The common economy, what's Samuel to a hand up? What's Samuel to a hand up? Eh? You cannot control it. Getting you tough time. You crying for it. You preaching proper. You get people on. You get propagandists that to plead for you. On the other corner, have to dig behind you. Say, wait, you cannot use propaganda to work on the economy. It should come natural. You should do something for it to work. They throw each other on the boss. On the boss. So you might not joking. Can Gafan become president of the Republic of Liberia? You like to joke?
My brother, the man will try.
Okay, name me one more. I know you're tired, but name me one more.
Person, maybe one person the people might be looking at is how you call himself, even though Prince Moyi is one person. Kofi Wu, there's another person. Prince Moyi from how you call Bon County. The people there, my brother, they're there. The people trying. There are many.
Yeah. Hey, Prince guy, Prince, let me tell you something here. Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something on the opposition block. Let me tell you something now. I'm talking about scenario. A Joria decide to come, he say he want run. Let me say something here. Joria will hold Alexander coming here, taking to CDC. Listen to me. I just tell you some scenario. A Joria ain't want run. I just talking. A Joria ain't want run. Say, I won't get tired your politics whatsoever. If you don't want run. He will hold Alexander coming here and talk to the CDC people, say, let's take a call. He was the third man here. After me, Boakari, everybody was looking at him here too. So let him come to this party to head the party. Then we'll look for vice president from Nima Kande, we'll take Samuel Koka. Now winning team now. I just give you an example. Who can challenge that ticket? A job not in a race. So the opposition get a lot of bench. A job not in a race. I tell you a scenario here. A job not in a race. It's incumbents come to CDC to be the stand-up bearer because they play. You see how the guys so limited, they make the best at say, oh, you see, the Java was preparing Tomo Fala or Sir Joseph to replace it in the future, but they don't have patience. So they on the other side now, he formed his own political party. If you don't have a political landscape in the country, the only time Alexander Comey can revamp itself through the CDC. Can CDC people hurricane they're accepting? CDC get mass. CDC pre-reality. CDC get over 1 million plus people. 1 million plus people. Reality. And the first year you're lucky or not. That grassroots people. Then George Wright on the side like Godfather. Then Alexander Comey and Koga vice president to put saying Jeremiah Kungari in Nima County. Who win the country? Then you're talking about Prince Mori, you're talking about Gafwan. Then the daily politics will play. Bring Tomo Fala back. To our CDC is still CDC. We bring it back to the party. And Tomo Fala will come back home. He will be like, you know that Bible story we're gonna chat where he take part of father property, he went, he lavished it, then he came back to pay the father, right? The prodigal, we're gonna prodigal son, something like that. That Tomo Fala read down there. Tomo Fala read down there. Listen. Then the CMC come to us. Who said Benedict will be president? We made Benedict foreign minister. We made Benedict foreign minister to go to war after the war to bring investor in the country. He's already a businessman. I'm talking about scenario. I just put this scenario down. I tell you, job and I'm wrong. So, well, you can win that ticket. Who can win that ticket? Jeremiah Kun will fin when you Koka vice presidential candidate in Nima County. Would they really vote for that own son? When you're talking, so Koka do you want to be main like you ought to? Koka don't want to be senator until you move on there. Please, like politics. I finish seeing it through the lens of glasses. Yeah, it's easy. So we get close now, yeah, because we're going 2 hours.
Definitely. Time have reached. And again, I want to say to Liberians, thank you so very kindly. I'm sorry for our slow participation today. If I tell you for the past almost like I can say 2 days now, I haven't posted
Yeah,
in my
you're
absence.
resting. I
I've been
see
very
you.
busy, very, very busy with work and other stuff like that. So, but again, join
But
us tomorrow.
you must sleep tomorrow, good man.
Yeah. Soon
Yeah.
I think we'll come and take a sleep, and then tomorrow we'll be on
Yeah.
here. But thank you so much, my brother Jake, and thanks
Yeah,
to
follow up.
the many, audience, to our family online. I want to appreciate all of you. Emmanuel Quien, thank you so much. Roosevelt Kroma, Jones Pele, Frederick. Thank you so much, Tenisi Nimne. I appreciate you. Hawatote, my own sister. Manwa Destiny Child, Grace. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Pay. Thank you so much. Lovely. Thank you. I mean, all of you. All of you. I want to appreciate all of you. Until we meet again tomorrow, when I will be highly spirited to
Salute.
discuss. Salute to you all and bow from our end.
Salute. Okay, bye-bye.
We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school. They should be in school. We will not allow those young ladies to go in the street whole day yourself. The money you make can't even buy rice. We can't do it. We want to put dignity on our people. And that's why we're here. That's the mission we have. And I can assure you, if you check your calendar, it's exactly 4 months from today. Today's the 10th, right? When is the election? You start checking. 4 months to the date. After 4 months, you will see a new Liberia coming up. You will see a Liberia that will give you hope. You will see a Liberia where corruption will be a thing of the past.